Again, welcome Cecilia, welcome Lane, welcome Larissa and Kevin and Shaf. I love that name, Shaf Kareem. I have a very good friend named Kareem in Pittsburgh. So, like I said, it's going to be 1 hour. It's going to be tight. So, get a piece of paper and a pen. I don't have a lot of slides. I have a couple of videos, scattered in between the presentation. But I'm going to be talking to you about what we need to do, what kind of questions we need to ask so that we can advance, so that it gets you intrigued, so it can get you to really move your results the way you want. Finish the year strong and start the new year on the right track. Okay. That's what I want to do. So we're going to talk goals. We're going to talk self-image. We're going to talk decision. And we're going to talk about self-image is big, right? And I have 4 questions. Doesn't matter what the size of your business. I ran a $2 million company, a $30 million company, and a 300. And these questions are the same. So take them seriously as we share these questions, as I share these questions with you. But as we get going, I want you to start thinking about your goal, right? Like we all know we need to have big goals. We gotta have big goals. If you're here just to kind of make another 1% or 2% increase, this is not the space. You could do that by working an extra hour or an extra shift. This space is so that you can multiply your income. How much? I say 2 to 10 times easy. It could be 20, it could be 100. I've had clients do a lot more. We've had a client just got a $13 million contract with the United States government. So it can go as far as you can think. The key is how far are you willing to go? I'm going to share with you some questions about your beliefs on your goal. And some of you have seen lesson 1 because you're clients. But really think. What beliefs are standing in your way for that goal? You've all heard the famous formula from Bob Proctor, right? I'm so happy and grateful now that. I have a gold card in my pocket and it says, I'm so happy and grateful now that. And it says what I want. But what beliefs are in my way that I need to get rid of? Really get rid of. I'm Christian. I was raised in a poverty kind of place. And there are some beliefs that I've inherited, unfortunately, or fortunately, who knows, that are in my way that I have to get rid of them and build a new belief so I can achieve the goal that I want. That's my game. Beliefs is like a jacket. What belief do I need to put on now so I can get the next investment? What belief do I need to put on now? So I'm going to share with you a couple of questions on beliefs, but really think of it of the goal and start thinking with that one goal, right? That you are working on. And I hope you are working on a goal. So we're going to read a paragraph as to how significant this is. Now, I've been reading this for a while, and I think it took me 6 or 7 times. Let me get this page right. So I have 2 screens running. So can you all see my page?
Yep.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I need to move this guy up so you see the bottom. This is the first page in Thinking into Results, the material that the legend, the one and only Bob Proctor left for us, right? So I'm not going to go into the spiel and get you all emotionally kind of thing. I'm just going to get into the material, right? I'm not going to tell you much about me. We're just going right in, even though some of you don't even know me, and some of you do. Look at the bottom paragraph here, right? Look at this bottom. I'm going to make it even bigger. Let's see if I can make it bigger so you can easily see it. So luckily with this Mac, I can do that. Before you begin looking at these ABCs, take a close look at your belief system or the beliefs of your group, because this could work for you or for your company. It appears that there are guards that have been commissioned by a higher authority. The hell is he talking about? What guards? What are we talking about? Like, who's there? Who's in my way? To arrest any forward progress in a person's life beyond your level of belief. Like just this paragraph takes the gasket off. Now, these guards take their marching orders from the belief system itself, which is governed by the natural laws. There is a belief system that's governing us, how far we're going. If we abide the laws, we're going to get where we need to get. If we don't govern the laws, we're not getting where we're going to get. Look at this. Look at the last 2 lines. Like this puts I start feeling things on my skin, and I don't know. I didn't used to do that before, but now, if I think about the sentence, there is no growth beyond the beliefs that are held. The heck is he talking about? So Bob Proctor and Sandy didn't just write this for no reason. He wants us to think. I want you to think what beliefs are in your way. What beliefs are in my way? Because whatever I'm telling you also applies to me. If a person attempts to accomplish something beyond their level of belief, the mind will what? Will quickly and automatically create ideas or reasons justifying why it can be done. So let me ask you a question. Can you make 10 times your income next year? Do you believe you can do it? As soon as you tell yourself, am I doing this? Stuff starts coming up like fleurs, right? Oh my God. Do I need marketing? Do I need sales? Do I need banking? Do I need a lawyer? Who do I need? These things are coming up. And those ideas will continue until the project is abandoned. And that's why Earl Nightingale said 55% of retirees are broke. 95% of the population is stuck in a 70, 80, 90, $100,000 income, household income. I'm talking US and Canada. I'm not talking overseas. Overseas is even a whole lot worse.
Come to Africa, it's 1,000 times worse.
Yeah, I mean, we have Elaine, amazing, brand new client, just signed up last week, Friday, and he is here. It's midnight for him. Like we are living in the best time ever, but yet we don't even understand material that's been around for several hundred of years. This used to be just with the sages before. See, on the other hand, when a person or a group believes something can be done, the mind will automatically begin creating ideas. And that's what I want to engage with you today. I want to get you that you can use your mind to a whole other level. That's how you're going to get 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times where you are a year from now, 6 months from now. I don't know how long it takes you. It doesn't matter how long, as long as you're willing to go the extra mile. I had somebody in 1 week, I had somebody in 10 days, I had somebody in 3 weeks. So it doesn't matter. We had somebody in 4 months and a half, he got the $13 million order. It's incredible. The great secret, look at this, the great secret of progress then lies in belief. So what is your belief? What is your belief on your goal? The great secret of progress then lies in belief. Therefore, we must ask and demand answers to these questions. And now it took me 6 times to really take my freaking time and take time with this page. And some of you are clients. How many times have you done these questions? I don't know. But I bet you I want you to revisit them again between now and the end of the year as you sit down and sip some wine and enjoy some time with family because you deserve that. You worked hard. Some of you have been in my classes every day, every 6 a.m., every week. We obviously cannot spend 20, 30 minutes per question, but look at these questions. These are the ones that you need to conquer and build new beliefs to get the new goal. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm giving so much, I'm earning so much, I'm building, I'm investing, whatever is the I am that you're going to attach to it, right? But this is only going to happen if you take this seriously. If you think this is just another course, if you think it's just another page, and right away you let the ego take over, you're not going to get anywhere. And some of you are amazing. I'm very impressed with, and you know who I'm talking to, because you're serious about it and you're seeing your self-image, you're seeing your results changing, how you're showing up, because you're changing the beliefs that you have on what you've done before. And I want you all to know, I don't know what your religion is. I'm not talking about the God you worship. You worship whoever you want. I'm talking about a whole other spiritual side of you. That's what I'm talking about.
I got a question, Kamal.
Yeah.
So you can't control what you can't qualify, right? You can't control what you can't see. And I think the big problem with beliefs is cataloging your beliefs. You can't question your beliefs if you don't really know what they are. So there's almost like a preparatory step that has to occur before we get to answer these questions. And I think Some people might struggle with that. I certainly would. I mean, if you ask me what my beliefs are based on subject I'm very well versed on, I'll have an answer for you. But in general, there may be many beliefs that I harbor, but I don't know that I do. And when I look at questions like that, I don't actually know how to answer the question because I don't really know what my beliefs are when it comes to the specific funnel that you're trying to direct my thinking towards, right?
Yeah, but you don't need to know. You just need to ask and it will come to you. And you need to let the surroundings and what has happened before to stop from happening. We have to get away from the current result. I'm going to show you the diagram in a minute here as to how the surrounding and the circumstance stops us from doing this, stop us from even trying to ask ourselves an honest, simple question. They're not meant to be hard questions. They're not meant to be tricky. You just have to go along with it and iterate with it. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So, did you all get a snapshot of this page, or do I need to go back to it? Let's go back to it, and then I really want you to think of like, what do you really want? How could a man, that's Bob Proctor, when I first met him, put on his website, and it's still out there right now. It says, "Tell me what you want, and I'll help you get it." And he's famous. This is not a lie. This is real. Tell me what you want, and I'll help you get it. How could a man say that? And as soon as you get to a goal that you believe you can get, guess what? Once I multiplied my income by 2, I wanted 3. Then I wanted 4. Now I want 10. Now I want my annual in a month. It is, but in the beginning, it was a struggle. It was difficult. Really difficult. I wouldn't even allow myself to think like that. But how could a man say that? Tell me what you want, I help you get it. Like, wow. But guess what? Earl did that too. Earl Nightingale. Because we look around and some people in the same offices, some are doing really well and some are doing shitty with the same access, same education, same infrastructure, same schools that they graduated from, even perhaps. Because somebody's using their mind a whole lot more. And that's when I started to be interested in the mind. Okay? Really interested in the mind. It's all in the mind. So I want you to think of what do you want on 2 levels. I want your personal side. What is it that you really want? And then on the professional side, if you have a job, if you're an entrepreneur, what is it that you want? Do you want to become a speaker? Do you want to build a business? Do you want to start selling real estate? Do you want to become the top sales guy in your company? I had somebody, and I don't know, it's too bad she's not here, Trudy. She was she still is in Mary Kay for 18 years. 18 years. She wanted to be the best in sales for 18 years. And in less than 1 year, working with me, she became the #1 in sales. Mary Kay has million consultant almost. I think 800, 980,000 something. Now I can't take credit for that. I just guided her. She's the hero, but I was the guide. Because for 18 years, she's been trying. And she's a hardworking mom. She tries to get kids, get boys. It's expensive, And in under a year, she became the #1 in sales. Look it up. Trudy Tush, Queen of Mary Kay. The Mary Kay company, makeup stuff. And they used to give them pink cars. So I asked her the other day, I said, "Are you going to get a pink car, pink Cadillac?" So she goes, "No, I'm just going to take the money." I said, "Okay, good for you." Which is pretty cool. Somebody, she's average, just like all of us. We consider ourselves average, but actually we're above average because we're here. We are becoming part of that 1 or 3% in the population that are going to make it happen to ourselves. Now, you might be thinking, I'm going to make it happen for my kids. I'm going to make it happen for my mom. I'm going to make it happen for my dad. You're going to make somebody proud. Good on you. But first and foremost, for you to get this goal that you really want, I want you to become selfish. Yes, I want to give 10% of everything I earn to the charities of my choice. Welcome, Michelle. She's another amazing client, right? But guess what? I'm selfish. I want to earn a whole lot of money because I want to give a whole lot of money. And I'm not doing it just for my kids and my mom and my brothers and my aunts and the people back home in Lebanon that I left when I left with just a backpack on a boat was $300. So that's not my drive. It is partly, but I'm doing it for me. And now that I've achieved all these things in short amount of time, I'm more determined that this is the way, understanding the mind and going for it and being in a group just like this that wants to grow. Because we're going to talk about persistence. A lot of you have seen goal setting and achieving. A lot of you have been to seminars, but very few of you are digging really in and studying this material. This is the summary of thousands of years of wisdom. Today, it's interesting. Andrew Carnegie, what I'm going to teach you for those who are my clients, Andrew Carnegie started US Steel back in 1900. That company was worth 680 million back then. Today, it was sold for $14.2 billion. It's still running today. He started it with a group just like this, masterminding with the best in the world. Using this material, the laws of success, Andrew Carnegie taught Napoleon Hill, and that's what I teach all my clients. Incredible. This is what you get. The best, that's what you want. When you want to get mentored, you want to go for the best that you can afford without maxing your credit card, like, to the, going in a big ass debt. No, you have to be within reason, but you have to stretch. Because if you don't stretch, you're not going to get it. So what it is that you want? Do you dare to say, I'm going to 10 times my income? How does it feel? We do an exercise with the clients when they come on board to put a number, right? Is it 10,000 a month? 20,000 a month? And I get them to write it. 40,000 a month? And each one of you have to do that, right? And at some point, you won't even be able to write it because you'll start shaking if you really get into it. But you have to allow yourself. You have to change that belief. You're not going to get all of it in 1 hour and 30 minutes. You have to build. You have to kind of ramp up. We are unfortunately systematically inclined to learn in steps. So we do this money test to see what is your number, what is your gauge? Is it 100,000 a month? Where would you start smiling? Where would you start shaking to see where your number is? Bob Proctor is famous for when anybody came to work with him, one of the first few questions that he asked somebody, what's the most you've ever earned? Now, he didn't care about the actual money, but he wanted to know where their paradigm is. Because your paradigm, your self-image, which is the next concept after you write on a piece of paper, what do you really want? I got to help you change your self-image. Now, I'd like to hear from some of you here, if you know what I'm talking about, self-image. Who would like